Jason, what's the last week and a half or so been like for you, getting an opportunity here and trying to figure out how to get settled as quickly as possible?
It's been fun. Coaches and all the staff been making it pretty much easy. I just asked a couple questions and they showed me in the right direction. But I mean, the transition been pretty cool.
How much does your connection with Juan sort of help things along, just knowing him?
A lot. I mean, coming in late like this in training camp, I mean, knowing Juan and knowing what he wants, the techniques and stuff he wants is key.
Jason, where were you at mentally over the summer? I mean, were you thinking you were retired, or were you looking for an opportunity?
It was just off season. You go work out, go back home, enjoy your family, and you just do the same thing over and over. 2, 3, 5 days a week. Take a week off sometimes. It's just pretty much off season. I wasn't really worried about the opportunity because I didn't put in work. When somebody would call, I was going to be ready.
Jason, when did you know that you wanted to play again this season? Was there ever a thought that you might retire, or were you always set on something else?
I told the coaches and the GMs and stuff over in Philly that I was going to go another year. Just depend on the right situation. But I wasn't retiring after last year.
Were you?
The right situation.
I know Juan and know half the coaches. Some of them was up in Philly. I know Coach Nag, so I mean that's a good thing because he know me, I know him, and we can get through certain things during the season versus going somewhere new and you don't really know the guys or the coaches and they pushing you to a extent where it's kind of hurting you because they don't really know you. So I mean this situation is good because I know all the coaches pretty much and the staff and stuff, so they know me and they know what I can do, so they just kind of let me get my legs and stuff up under me right now.
Jason, were you looking at the situation, monitoring the way it was going, that this would be an opportunity for you too?
Say that again?
Were you monitoring the situation here about left tackle, knowing that it was?
No, I wasn't monitoring nothing. I was fishing when Juan called me. Just like I said, I was doing off-season stuff. I knew training camp, the guys was in training camp, so I would go run around the track and try to do, training camp conditioning, but it's nothing like getting out here and putting a helmet on and competing. It's a whole different conditioning level.
Everybody wants to make a lot of noise about your age, being 39. How do you feel physically ready for this?
I just tell them to come watch the game or practice and see if they can see if I'm 39 out there. I mean, I feel good. I still got my quicks, my strength. Like I said, I just get my legs up under me because, the guys started in April, and they got that big of a head start on me. So I'm just trying to get my legs where their legs are right now. So doing extra stuff and conditioning and stuff and weight room stuff right now.
What drives you to keep doing it, to be in the front, considering what you've already accomplished?
I just love the game. When you stop loving the game, you're gonna let it go. Right now, I still love doing it. It's fun to me, going out on Sundays and my nephews and family, watch me. So it's just still fun to me. I like the camaraderie with the guys and stuff. The locker room, you don't get that nowhere else but here.
After you were signed, we heard from some of the other younger O-linemen. Sam Mustapher was one of them, Cody Whitehair, and they were talking about how excited they were just to be around you and to learn from you with all of your experience. So how do you balance being somebody that other guys really want to learn from and chasing that left tackle job?
It's really not something that I worry about. They told me I was going to compete for the job, and I was just going to be myself. They got an idea of who they want in there. I'm going to just give them what I got and just let them decide on that. But then the same guy I'm competing with, I'm going to help. So it's no big deal. I'm not going to not help him because we're competing. I'm going to help him just as much as I help anybody else. So it ain't no big deal to me.
When did Juan first make that phone call to you saying that there might be this opportunity? And, you're a very accomplished player, but do you still feel like that drive, that like you can prove something here?
I mean, I really don't have nothing to prove. I just want to win, get another ring, to be honest. I was talking to Juan yesterday, the Pro Bowl stuff, I got plenty of those, all pros, all the accolades. The biggest one for me now is Super Bowl. I got one, I would like another one here with the Chicago Bears.
Jason, what was the biggest?
Where were you fishing?
Back in Texas.
Literally on a boat or on?
I was just on the creek, on the pond. On rain, it was one. I was like, uh-oh, I know what this is.
What was the the biggest limitation with the toe last year, and when did you feel like that was in the rear view for you?
It happened, I think, week one or two. We was playing the Redskins, I want to say, on the opener, and I felt it. I just thought it was just a sprain, you know. Kept playing. Started bothering me a little bit more, and I'm like, God, this got to be something else. So when I went and got the MRI, that's when I knew it wasn't nothing torn. I got an X-ray. That's when I found out it was broke. So, was dislocated. So I went on and kept playing until we didn't have playoff chances. That's when I got the surgery.
What has been your impression of the offense so far? You know, speaking of course, you said talking about getting another Super Bowl. So with the skill that you all have, what has been your impression so far practicing with them?
A good group of guys. We definitely got a good team, hard workers. We definitely got a shot to win the division. And you know, once you get to the playoffs, anything can happen. So we got a good chance, man, right now, looking at everything.
How quickly can you guys get that chemistry up front that's so important, especially with you learning these guys, but then also getting comfortable with Andy Dalton and Justin Fields and that part of the offense?
I just feel like if I do my job, it's going to help the guy beside me. If he do his job, it's going to help the guy beside him. And if I'm doing my job, it's going to help Fields, it's going to help Dalton, it's going to help everybody. So all you got to do is really pretty much do your job, and it's going to help the whole team. So the camaraderie and the chemistry going to come. Because when I'm kicking back, you know, I'm not holding his hand. I'm blocking my guy. So the chemistry going to come as we go.
Tayshaun Gibson was just in here talking about his experience as a young player making the team for the first time. You came in, obviously, as an undrafted guy. What do you remember about that rookie summer, clawing to make the team, winding up on the practice squad, that whole just kind of roller coaster of trying to figure out if you belonged or not?
Yeah, I didn't have an off season. I know that. I just stayed in Buffalo and learned and worked out every day because I want to get a step ahead of everybody else because I know I was behind because I was undrafted. So I just stayed in the building and made sure they seen my face. And once I got out there on the field, made my presence known. So that's what helped me, just grinding every day, day in and day out.
Remember that cuts weekend the first year and just going through the emotions?
It was just long. You know, rookie, you training for the draft. You go from there to camp. You go from there to the season, and then you do it all over again. So you really don't have probably a month rest in that whole time. So your rookie season is a long one.
Jason, who was the coach who told you that maybe you're a tackle and not a tight end, and how did that whole process go?
Actually, it was Coach Malarkey, Mike Malarkey. We was doing the checkout meeting, and I went up to his office, and he said, offensive line coach, asked about you, what you think about going over to the offense, and that's how it happened. I told him, as long as I'm here, it don't matter what position I play. You can put me anywhere, I'll make the transition. So that's how it was. I didn't care where they put me as long as I was in the building.
Jason, Matt Nagy made it clear you're here to be a starter, and you've been a starter, you know, your entire career. Are you okay with it if you don't win the job? Are you okay with being a backup?
Yeah, I wouldn't cry about it. I mean, I didn't accomplish a lot of stuff. I'm here to help the young guys, mold them, you know, and if I don't become the starter, I'm going to help them mold them into great players and hand the baton off to them.
All right. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, Jason.